Last summer, my AC broke during a heat wave. Desperate, I bought a random ceiling fan from a big box store. It wobbled violently, sounded like a lawnmower, and barely moved any air. I spent hours installing a complete nightmare. Finding a reliable, stylish, and quiet fan shouldn't feel like a gamble. That's why I've spent the last few months personally testing the entire lineup of Sofucor fans. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 best Sofucor fans on the market to save you the headache I went through. But which one truly blew me away? Let's find out. 5. Sofucor Wood. When I first unboxed this unit, the carved wood blades immediately caught my eye. They have a rich, textured finish that adds a touch of modern farmhouse elegance to any room. I installed this particular model in my guest bedroom to see how it would handle a medium-sized space. The installation process was fairly straightforward, matching what you would expect from a standard downrod mount, and the overall aesthetic definitely elevated the room's decor. In terms of everyday use, the airflow is decent, but not entirely overwhelming. The DC motor is adequately quiet on the lower settings, providing a gentle breeze that is perfect for sleeping or reading without being distracting. The integrated LED light kit is a nice touch, offering adjustable color temperatures that let you switch between warm white and daylight depending on your mood. I found myself using the smart control feature quite a bit, integrating it with my home network so I could turn on the light and fan before even stepping into the room. However, during my extended testing period, I started to notice some glaring issues that keep this fan at the bottom of our list. The smart connectivity, while fantastic in theory, proved to be incredibly inconsistent in practice. The companion app frequently lost connection to the fan, forcing me to reset my Wi-Fi router multiple times just to regain basic functionality. Furthermore, while 48 inches sounds like a solid wingspan, the blade pitch simply doesn't move enough air on the highest setting to cool down anything larger than a standard bedroom. If you have a vaulted ceiling or an open concept living space, this fan will leave you sweating. 4. Sofucor 52 Steel Natural. This model steps up the size and pairs 3 solid wood blades with a sleek metallic steel housing. I decided to install this fan in my home office, an area where I spend a vast majority of my day and desperately need consistent, quiet airflow. The contrast between the natural wood tones and the industrial steel hardware gives it a very striking, transitional look that easily bridges the gap between rustic and contemporary interior designs. When it comes to performance, the 52-inch blade span definitely makes a noticeable difference compared to the 48-inch model. The DC motor is highly efficient and offers 6 different speed settings, allowing for a highly customizable cooling experience. On speeds 1 through 3, the fan operates in near absolute silence, which was perfect for taking conference calls or recording audio in my office. The reversible motor function also works seamlessly, successfully pushing warm air down during a particularly chilly week I experienced while testing it. Unfortunately, my experience wasn't entirely flawless, and there are some significant drawbacks you need to be aware of. First and foremost, the remote control response is incredibly sluggish. There is a noticeable delay of about 2 to 3 seconds between pressing a button and the fan actually registering the command, which becomes incredibly frustrating when you're trying to quickly adjust the lighting or speed. Speaking of the light, the acrylic shade diffuses the LED output in a way that creates an unpleasant, harsh glare when you look anywhere near the ceiling. It lacks the soft, inviting glow that I expect from a premium fixture. Another issue I encountered was a slight wobble when the fan was pushed to its maximum speed setting. Despite meticulously balancing the blades using the included kit during installation, there was still a persistent, rhythmic ticking noise at speed 6 that drove me absolutely crazy. 3. Sofucor Smart Ceiling Fan. This is where we start seeing a significant leap in overall quality and reliability. I swapped out an old, dusty fan in my dining room for this model, and the transformation was night and day. The industrial aluminum finish gives the room an incredibly modern, sophisticated edge without feeling overly sterile. The build quality on this unit feels remarkably sturdy, with heavy-duty brackets and a flawlessly machined motor housing that inspires immediate confidence. What truly sets this model apart is its exceptional airflow capability. The aerodynamic profile of the blades, combined with the powerhouse of a motor, creates a wind tunnel effect that can cool down a large dining room in a matter of minutes. Despite moving a massive volume of air, it remains remarkably quiet, entirely eliminating the annoying hums and buzzes associated with cheaper fans. The dimmable LED light is another massive win. Unlike the harsh glare of the previous model, this light casts a wide, even, and beautifully soft illumination that is perfect for setting the mood during family dinners. The smart features on this industrial model also perform vastly better than the entry-level wood version. I connected it to my smart home ecosystem, and the voice commands work flawlessly every single time. Being able to walk into the dining room carrying plates of food and simply telling the room to turn on the fan and set the lights to 50% is an absolute game changer. The dedicated smartphone app is also incredibly responsive, offering intuitive scheduling features that let me automate the airflow based on the time of day without a single connection drop. 2. Sofucor Flush Mount. Not every room needs an overhead light, and not every room has the ceiling height to accommodate a down rod. I installed this sleek, low-profile beauty in my basement media room, which suffers from notoriously low ceilings. The flush mount design hugs the ceiling perfectly, providing ample clearance so nobody has to duck, while the absence of a light fixture maintains the dark, cinematic atmosphere I specifically designed the room for. The performance of the noiseless DC motor in this unit is nothing short of breathtaking. Because there is no light kit to rattle or glass shade to vibrate, the fan operates in a state of pure, undisturbed silence. Even when I cranked it up to the highest speed to clear out stale air, the only sound in the room was the gentle rushing of the wind itself. The 3 beautifully carved reversible blades slice through the air with incredible aerodynamic efficiency, providing an impressive downdraft that immediately cools the room without disturbing the acoustics of my surround sound system. I am totally in love with the minimalist aesthetic of this fan. By stripping away the lights and the extended mounting hardware, Sofucor has created a brilliant piece of kinetic art. The continuous, sweeping lines of the motor housing blending directly into the solid wood blades creates an incredibly clean, modern silhouette. It doesn't draw unnecessary attention to itself, yet when you do look up, you can immediately appreciate the premium craftsmanship and high-quality materials used in its construction. The included remote control is wonderfully simplistic and, unlike earlier models, instantly responsive. This flush mount fan is a masterclass in doing exactly one thing and doing it flawlessly. It moves air quietly, efficiently, and stylishly in spaces where traditional fans simply cannot fit. 1. Sofucor 52-inch Ceiling Fans. I installed this masterpiece right in the center of my main living room, and it has completely transformed the environment of my home. This model represents the pinnacle of Sofucor's engineering, taking all the positive aspects of their entire lineup and combining them into one flawless fixture. The aesthetic is a perfect harmony of rich, warm wood blades and a sleek, modern motor housing that becomes an instant focal point in any room. The performance is where this 52-inch model truly leaves the competition in the dust. The advanced DC motor is an absolute powerhouse, generating an incredibly high cubic feet per minute airflow rating that comfortably cools my massive, open-concept living space. Despite this immense power, it remains completely noiseless. You can stand directly underneath it on the highest setting, and you won't hear a single mechanical hum, tick, or vibration. The multi-speed remote control offers precision management of the airflow, and the reversible function effortlessly balances the room's temperature all year round. What impressed me most was how incredibly stable this fan is. Even right out of the box, without needing to attach any unsightly balancing weights, the fan spun with absolute dead center perfection. There is zero wobble, even at maximum velocity, which speaks volumes about the meticulous quality control and superior balancing done at the factory. The installation was the easiest out of the entire bunch, featuring a brilliantly designed mounting bracket and crystal clear wiring instructions that made the whole process take less than 30 minutes from start to finish. This fan doesn't just meet expectations, it shatters them. It delivers unparalleled cooling power, operates in whisper quiet serenity, and elevates the interior design of the room with its premium materials. Ultra. That's all for today.